Hello, and here's a phrase I never ever thought I'd say. France drinks more beer than wine. Let that sink in. France, the country that practically invented modern wine culture. The country where wine isn't just a drink, it's part of national identity, a history. It's family, it's lunch, it's dinner. It's the thing tourists imagine every French person is doing whilst wearing a stripy jumper, carrying a baguette, a string of onions round their neck, riding a bike. And yet, for the first time ever, beer has overtaken wine. Not in Germany, not in Belgium, France. And I don't think this is a story about beer. I think it's a story about how drinking culture is changing all over the world.
It's Monday, don't groan, don't fear. The Bearded Beer Blog bloke is here. Talking nonsense, beard on show. Grab a brew and watch him go.
It's easy to look at this and think, so what? People change drinks. Big deal, right? But imagine if Italy suddenly ate more sushi than pasta. Or Scotland drank more tequila than whiskey. Some changes are symbolic, and this is one of them. Wine has been woven into French life for centuries. Now, according to 2025 figures, the French drank 22.1 million hectolitres of beer compared with 22 million hectolitres of wine. Wine consumption also fell another 3.2% year on year to the lowest levels since the 1950s. This didn't happen overnight. It's been happening quietly for decades. People aren't sitting down to long family lunches as often. They're eating differently, working differently. They're socialising differently. Beer fits modern life. It's casual, it's portable, and it's easier to share. You don't feel like you need an occasion. Wine often comes with ritual. Beer comes with mates. And that's a huge difference. If you want to understand any drinks trend, you need to look at people under 30. They're drinking less alcohol overall. They're more health conscious. They're more price conscious. When they do drink, they want flexibility. And beer has adapted to that brilliantly. Alcohol-free session beers, craft, lagers, sours, IPAs, stouts. Beer now has something for almost everybody. Meanwhile, wine is staged largely the same. But that's starting to change, but perhaps not quickly enough. Here's the interesting question. When we hear beer overtakes wine, most people imagine industrial lager. But look what's happened over the last 15 years. Beer has diversified. More styles, more flavours, more breweries, more experimentation. Craft beer helped change what beer could be. It stopped being just lager, and now it can sit comfortably alongside food in the same way wine traditionally did. That is a massive cultural shift. This isn't just about beer winning though. It's about wine facing some uncomfortable questions. Can it attract younger consumers? Can it simplify its image? Can it lose some of its intimidation? Because let's be honest, beer doesn't care if you pronounce it wrong. Wine sometimes feels like it does. Beer has become more inclusive, whilst wine still has an image problem. Not everywhere, not always, but enough that younger drinkers are definitely noticing. Britain's actually gone through many of these changes already. Premiumisation, low and no, craft beer, home drinking, online ordering, RTDs. The interesting question isn't whether we'll copy France, but it's whether France will actually catch up with the trends we've been seeing for years. Because the drinks world is becoming less about tradition and more about choice. So is France abandoning wine? No, absolutely not. Wine will always be a part of French culture. But this moment matters, because it tells us something bigger. Tradition doesn't disappear overnight. It changes gradually, one generation at a time, one drink at a time. And if even France can change, then nobody in the drinks industry should assume consumers will keep buying tomorrow what they bought yesterday. Maybe this isn't the end of wine. Maybe it's simply the beginning of very different drinking culture. And honestly, that is fascinating.